Demari, welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be doing the weekly tarot reading for the sign of Capricorn. Please keep in mind it is a general reading, so it may not apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this week's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus signs. So do take a look at your natal chart, see the corresponding zodiac signs, and see which video's title resonates for you most. Now when it comes to the spread, I'll be pulling one card from each of the 3 oracle decks I have here. So we'll get the key theme of the week using the Quantum Oracle, some divine guidance using the Moonology deck, and some sacred feminine wisdom using the Divine Feminine Oracle. When it comes to the tarot, I'm pulling from 2 different decks this time. So I'll be pulling key messages from the Wild Unknown Tarot and then clarifying with the Tarot de la Nuit deck. So hopefully you'll enjoy those. Now, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you for the week of the 22nd to the 28th of February 2021. So just while I'm shuffling your cards, I want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's been, too many, liking, commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means a lot to have your continued support, so thank you so much for being a part of this community. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell so you're informed of when your next set of readings goes up on the channel. Also, don't forget I am now on Twitch, so do follow me over there to be a part of future live discussions and tarot readings. If you'd like a personal reading, you can find the information in the description box below. So, Capricorn, you have 2 cards here from the Quantum Oracle this week. The first card is the Healing Light in reverse, and then you also have Playing It Safe. Yeah. So that's it. I feel like you're trying to protect yourself from something that you don't want to acknowledge, but the problem is, it's like the more you keep turning away from it, the more that you're delaying your own healing process, right? I feel like the divine are trying to show you, they're trying to give you gentle nudges, they're trying to help you, like, listen, if you address this, you know, if you come out of your little cave and face the situation head on, you can start the healing process. But the more you keep delaying and distracting and, you know, staying within the comfort zone, the more you're delaying this process, okay? Because I feel like there is a blessing that's going to come from this healing as well. There is a blessing in disguise here, but you're not even able to see it. You know, this is something that's like, you know, hanging around in the background because you're just not wanting to face the situation head on for what it is. So we'll have to see what this is about. But there's definitely some form of avoidance here regarding a situation that you need to heal from. So this is obviously something that's taken place in the past or something that's currently playing out that you don't want to acknowledge, okay? So let's see. So Spirit, what is it that Capricorn needs to know with regards to this situation? What can help them move into a state of awareness and start the healing process? What is it that they need to know at this time that can help them with this, whatever the situation may be? Okay. So you have full moon in Pisces, balanced spirituality and practicality. And you also have full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture, right? So yeah, I feel like you're trying to be nudged on both levels, to be honest, because I feel like you're not, like you've kind of shut your down. Oh my gosh, speak, Demari, speak. You're shutting yourself down spiritually in order to protect yourself, but I feel like physically you're not taking action either. So I feel like you're actually closed off on both fronts. So the divine is trying to show you, listen, you need to open up again, you know, because hiding or, you know, being avoidant doesn't actually solve anything, okay? Look at the bigger picture. There's more at play than you realize. There's more to be gained from the situation than you realize, especially if you start the healing process, okay? Like, it's going to free up your energy. It's going to open you up to new possibilities, right? It's going to shift a lot of things in your life, but it can't happen if you are closed off, right? So that is the main issue I'm seeing here. So the divine's trying to crack you open, essentially, Capricorn, and you're not really having it. So, okay, let's see what the Divine Feminine Oracle has for you. So what is it that the Mother Goddess wants to communicate through Capricorn's divine feminine aspect? What is it that... Okay, it's interesting because you have full moon in Sagittarius, and bearing in mind I've shuffled these cards even before I started filming, and you got the same card from the Divine Feminine Oracle that Sagittarius got. So if you are dealing with a Sagittarius, or if you have Sagittarius in your chart prominently, do check out the Sagittarius reading for this week as well, okay? I do recommend it. So you have Hestia, the goddess of sanctuary. And the affirmation with this card is, no matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. No matter where I am home. The most sacred sanctuary is found within me. Okay, powerful affirmation. And that's it. It's like, no matter what challenges you face, no matter how difficult a cycle may have been or the healing process may seem, you have everything that you need within you, right, to overcome, to have that really powerful connection with the divine, okay? And the assistance is always available to you as well, so you don't even have to do it alone, okay? Because we're never completely alone. You cannot sever your connection with source, right? So it's telling you, you know, that the inner temple is where you'll find sanctuary. That's where you'll find true healing. That's where you'll find true growth, okay? Power, ascension, abundance. Awesome. Okay. So coming back to South is key right now, okay? So let's go to the tarot messages. Okay, that was an awful shuffle. Let me go again. Oh dear. It's funny how my shuffles off camera tend to be better than my shuffles on camera, but there you go. Okay, that's better. So, let's see what the tarot wants to relay at this time. Yeah, I'm not surprised with this card coming out, but we'll get to it. Okay. Alright, so first card out for you, Capricorn, Father of Swords. This is the King of Swords, so air energy specifically associated with Aquarius. Okay, you could be a Capricorn Aquarius cusper, you could have Aquarius in your chart, but regardless, I feel like you're trying to use your reason, your logic, right? You're very much pulled into left-brained way of thinking right now. So you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to your guides, you're not listening to the spiritual advice that's trying to come in, because you're just essentially creating a blockage, right? You're just switched off on that level. And I feel like you think that if you come from this perspective, that you just, you know, close yourself off, shut down on an emotional and spiritual level, that you can use your mind to overcome anything. And it's like, no, all three aspects need to be in harmony, in tandem, right? But you're coming from that perspective and you think that that's the answer, that that's the way forward. But the reality is there is no movement here. So that's the thing. The next card out is the Six of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah. So it's like, this is it. It's like, no, this is the answer, okay? This is how you navigate through these, you know, situations, obstacles, deal with the pain that you've perhaps been carrying for some time, you know, whatever it is that you've been facing, you know, from your past, from your present situations. It's like, if you can get all three aspects in tandem, mind, body, and spirit, right? Well, I should say mind, heart, and spirit. That's when you'll really see clarity. That's when you'll really discover solutions to any issues. That's when you'll really soar and overcome any obstacle that you're faced with in life, okay? That's when you're truly in the flow of things, and when you're able to, you know, go from being in a tough spot and feeling very downtrodden to soaring and feeling like you're on top of the world, you know? Okay. Next card out is the Strength in reverse. So this is Leo energy, right? You could have Leo in your chart. But regardless, this is about, again, finding that inner courage, that inner strength to push yourself out of the comfort zone, to take a different approach, take a different mindset on, right? So that you can overcome your fears, so that you can overcome these obstacles. So you're not a prisoner to your own mind, so you're not a prisoner to your situations, right? Because you are more than capable of overcoming this. It's just you may not feel that way because of the energy you're currently in, right? But there's nothing you cannot overcome. That's very key here. This is the key message here. Like, there is nothing that you can overcome. There's nothing that can really knock you off course when you're in this frequency, right? And the next card out is the Daughter of Wands. So that's the Page of Wands, okay? Fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yeah, so it's like you are being encouraged, right, to find this equilibrium, especially between your left and right hemispheres, right? Use that creative wisdom that you have. Use that creative problem-solving skills that you have, you know. Because you do have a creative spark within you. Of course you do. Everyone does. Even if you're not like ultra creative, you do still have a creative aspect to your nature. You are a creator being after all, right? So that's a given. So you're being asked to take this new approach, a new approach to the situation, okay? To confront it head on, to take that step to address whatever this is, right? Because you are manifesting whether you realize it or not, right? So it's time to do it a little bit more consciously. Learn how to become more conscious in your manifestations, okay? Because it's saying, listen, the energy that you put out is what's shaping your reality. So if you want to create something beautiful, you can do that. But it first starts within, and that's what you'll be encouraged to do. The next card out is the Nine of Cups in reverse. So water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is speaking of, yeah, a need to go within in order to really process your emotions, the heavy ones, the good ones, okay? Well, I say good ones, or the lighter emotions, okay? Your pain, your bliss, your happiness, your sadness, okay? Because shutting down emotionally is not going to be beneficial for you, okay? So you're being asked to allow yourself to feel again. And then the last card out is the Ace of Swords. You see, as soon as you allow yourself to do that, the clarity comes in, boom, like a lightning bolt. It's undeniable, it's unmistakable, you know. That's where the realization comes in. You've got this, you know, eternity symbol here. You have it similarly here, like, I've come to the realization that I have the keys to my manifestation abilities, you know. I was manifesting, you know, various scenarios all along. Not to say that everything that happens in your life is something you directly created, but you are shaping your reality, right? And you're coming to realize that, you know, like it's undeniable that you have way more influence over your life than you realize, right? But now it's like, but I can take a different approach now. I can create a new cycle. I can create a new reality for myself. So that's interesting. Good. Okay, so let's go into the clarifications now. Because it's all well and good hearing people bang on about, you know, you are a manifester, you know, you are a manifester, you're a creator being, you're shaping your reality. They're just words, right? Until you actually fully understand and integrate the understanding of what that really means on a profound and personal level, it doesn't really mean much of anything. But I feel like you're going through this process of really doing that, of coming to realize why it's so important to be aware of that and exactly how you are doing that, right? So that's the change there. Because otherwise, you know, information is just information, you know, and even when it becomes knowledge, okay, that's great, but it doesn't become wisdom until it's applied, right? And that's what I feel like you're doing. You're going through the process of applying this newfound awareness, this, you know, knowledge that you've acquired, right? So that's actually very positive. Okay. But of course it is a process, and it does mean confronting your pain, your challenges, the things that you're struggling with, you know, that you've been kind of distracting yourself from in one way or another. Okay, it's quite a few cards, but I'll take it. Alright, so clarifying the the Father of Swords, the King of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles, and you have the Three of Swords. Yeah. So this is it. It's like you think that, okay, I can work on myself, I can heal myself. You know, I want to put the work in because I don't want to carry this pain anymore, which is good, okay? So you do want to heal, okay? You want to get past whatever you experienced in your past where you felt like you lost something very valuable to you. It's something that you put a lot of work into. It could have been a career, okay, that you've seen be flushed down the drain because of whatever situation played out. It could have been a passion, a dream. It could have been something that you were studying for, that you put a lot of time, energy, and resources into. It could be a relationship that you put a lot of time, energy, and resources into, and you ended up with a broken heart. And as such, you're like, you know, you've gone from that to just being like, right, I don't want to love again. I'm not open to love. I'm just going to focus on, you know, what makes sense, you know, what's logical. Love isn't logical, so I'm not open to love again. You know, it's that kind of thing. And you obviously, you know your situation, whatever this pain is, okay? So just apply it however it fits to your situation if it does. But, you know, it's kind of like that. Like you go through something very painful and you just switch to the other hemisphere just like instantaneously. You're like, nope, I am not letting myself feel that anymore. Like I'm closed off. You know, you wanna, like it says, play it safe, because you don't want to go through this pain again. You don't even want to acknowledge this pain that you've experienced from something that you put a great deal of time and effort into, or someone you put a great deal of time and effort into. Could be a family connection, could be a friendship, could be a romantic relationship, could be a work situation, whatever it is. You know, you feel like you put out a lot of work into it and it was for naught in the end. So that's why you're just like, nope, and you made that switch. Clarifying the Six of Wands. You have the Six of Cups, okay, so 2 6s, the number 6, 66, and 666 could be very relevant. If you're seeing that a lot, I recommend checking it out in terms of numerology. That speaks of rebirth, you know, going through, you know, various different aspects of self, you know, to come to these realizations, to have this awakening, this healing opportunity. It also speaks of work in the astral, okay, so the spiritual made physical. So, yeah. And then you have the Nine of Swords, okay, which is an inversion of the 6. It is also a very ascendant number in its, you know, in its highest form. It's, you know, the collective consciousness, but in its lowest form, it's also the number of illusions. So I feel like, yeah, you keep going back to the past, you know. When you do allow yourself to look at it, you look back at the past and you're just feeling the pain. You're just feeling like you cannot even lift yourself up again. You know, like, how do I even get past this? But you're being asked to look at this, not for the purpose of just reliving the pain. No, you're not being asked to look at this for that reason, which is what you have been doing when you look at this. You're being asked to revisit the past so you can start to heal. So you can start looking at the bigger picture and realizing that sometimes, you know, things happen because they're not aligned for us. Some things happen that are outside our control, right? Because there's a lot of factors. And then, you know, when we do fall, it's up to us to pick ourselves up and rise again, okay? And that we are more than capable of doing so. Yes, it's not always easy. A lot of the time it isn't, especially when it's something very painful. But that doesn't mean it's beyond you. You are more than capable of healing and rising out of the situation. You just have to start doing the necessary work, right? Okay. So clarifying the Strength card in reverse, you have the Judgment card, okay, so that's Sagittarius, Scorpio energy, and you have the Moon, which is Pisces, Cancer energy. So, yeah. I feel like what it's trying to communicate here is what you're not seeing, okay? What you're not consciously aware of is that whatever you experienced in the past, that cycle is done, okay? It's already done and dusted. But you have an opportunity to walk through the doors, okay? The archways, the portal to a new reality, to a new paradigm, to start a new cycle completely. But it does take courage for you to walk through, because it does mean going through the long path, going through the hermetic journey, you know, the hermit going up into the cave, sitting with themselves in the darkness, facing their fears, facing their shadow, and in order to come out the other side. And I feel like you've been walking along that dark corridor for some time, but along the way you just kind of got complacent there, where you're being asked to know it's time to get up again, Capricorn. It's time to keep moving forward, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can see it when you're looking in the right direction, okay? So this is a very important message. Now, clarifying the Page of Wands there, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is Taurus energy, but it can also be associated with yourself. And you have the Queen of Swords, which is Libra, air energy, okay? So, yeah, you could have been dealing with a Libra in the past, or have Libra in your chart, and possibly Taurus. But I feel like you really wanted something, okay? For some of you, this was a relationship where you really wanted to build with this person, okay? You really was loyal, you was dedicated, like I said, you gave it everything that you had to give. But this person was closed off, right? The truth is they were not open, they were not ready, okay? They were not open to what it is that you were offering. And I feel like because on some level it was reflecting, especially with this energy, it was reflecting this underlying feeling that you have that you aren't deserving of that. Even though that's not true at all, of course. But there is some underlying, you know, emotions, feelings, thoughts, right? Self-sabotatory feelings and thoughts that I am not good enough. I am not deserving of this in my life. And you found that in a connection with someone who was avoided, that wasn't open, right? Even though there were people out there that would be open to your love, that would be open to building something with you, but you attracted someone who was closed off because on some level you didn't feel that you were ready or deserving, right? Even though you gave so much, you know, because often our wounds are reflected in the connections that we form, just like our strengths can also be reflected, you know, in connections as well. So that's what I'm feeling here. If it wasn't a relationship, whatever this was, it was a similar situation where a wound within you was reflected in the situation, possibly through a person, right? Was reflected in a connection of some sort with another person. So that's what I'm getting. Then clarifying the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles? Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because you don't, yeah, you're not feeling abundant. You're feeling like, you know, unworthy or unable to manifest abundance. So that makes sense. But anyway, Nine of Cups in reverse. You have the Two of Swords, air energy, and you have the Sun, okay, Leo. So strong Leo coming up in your reading. But I feel like, yeah, this is good though. This is very good, because it's like you're making a decision. It's like, okay, it's time that I really sit with myself, because if I continue to avoid my emotions, I'm just not going to get anywhere. I'm just going to find myself drowning even further into my sorrows. Whereas if I choose to really sit with myself and face the situation head on, I will start to turn towards the light again. I will start to see that there is hope, that there is growth, that there is potential for happiness out there in whatever form I want it in. So this is very powerful as well, and this is in the center of your spread. So it's like there is a deep realization that's coming in that no, this doesn't have to be my reality anymore. And then I'm ready for something more. I'm ready for, you know, a new beginning. I'm ready for something that does bring me joy, that does bring me fulfillment, because I am deserving of it. So that's powerful. And then finally clarifying the Ace of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups, okay? So the Five of Wands and the Death card. Okay, Scorpio energy, that's good. So what I'm getting is that when this clarity comes in, you will sit with yourself, okay? And you'll do the inner work. You'll start facing the obstacles, the situations that put you in a state of confusion, why things played out the way they did. I feel like there's a lot of processing that's going on. And rather than being conflicted within yourself about what action to take, what route to take, you know, if you can get out of the situation, I feel like you're putting an end to all of that. You're going through a bit of a rebirth, Capricorn, is what I'm feeling, okay? So it's like everything that put you in a state of inner conflict, confusion, fear, you know, feeling like nothing's clear, just feeling lost, that's coming to an end. And soon, you'll be in this energy of, no, that's not the case. This is what I want to do. This is what I need to do, you know? This is the energy I want to be in, i.e. this energy. So, amazing. So I do see you going through this kind of Dark Night of the Soul energy. I think you've been in this process for some time, but along the way you got a bit lost. But now I feel like you're turning around and you're seeing the light again, and you're following the guiding light back to, you know, yourself, to your inner divinity, but also towards a new cycle, a new chapter. So I really hope this helps whoever needed this. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you found it useful, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and don't forget to hit the notifications bell. And yeah, you will get there, but you need to just keep moving forward and not let complacency or hesitancy, fear, keep you stuck in place, okay? Because you weren't meant to take a little respite in the darkness, you know, even though we do sometimes, and that's fine, but then we have to keep moving, okay? So I feel like that's what you're going to do. So send you guys lots of love, lots of support and encouragement, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.